So if you're looking for a way to make passive income online by owning digital real estate, aka a website, this is how you should do it in 2026. So stick with me until the end of this video because I promise this is gonna be a very interesting method and a very interesting strategy. And for those who follow this channel for the past months, you've seen this strategy in a different packaging, okay? But this is one of my favorites because today we're gonna be talking about net worth websites. That's right. The site we have here, it's called Celebrity Net Worth, and they have around 4 million visitors every single month coming from organic traffic. Yeah, that's right. They make around 300,000 every single month just by publishing articles about celebrities' net worth, okay? You have any celebrity that you can imagine. It's here on this website. They have the net worth. All these articles follow the same structure, all right? What is the net worth, the early life, the career, how they got the money, things that they collect, things about personal life. They're all very similar, okay? And what I'm gonna be teaching you right now is how you can create a website like this fully automatically using a Claude automation. But before we jump into the practical step-by-step on how you can replicate this site using Claude, I'm just gonna rant a few seconds on why these websites work so amazingly well online. And the truth is that people are nosy, people are curious, and that's why people always want to know things about celebrities' life. Okay, they see them on TV, they see them online, they see them in sports, and they get attached to these celebrities, and then they want to know more about them. Okay, I've made a video about celebrities' nails. Yeah, that's right, about celebrities' heights, and you can use this type of content and this type of websites to make money in two ways. First, you can promote a service or a product at the end of the article. Okay, if you guys remember, that one about the heights was to promote a shoe that makes you taller. So yeah, and the second way to monetize these websites is the way that these guys are doing, which is pretty much with display ads. All right, if you open these articles right here, you'll see that they are full of ads. Okay, one ad right here, more ads right here, more ads right here, more ads right here. So that's their business model. They create pages about celebrities' net worth, they get a bunch of traffic from it, and that traffic converts into money by showing ads to people. Okay, super simple, it's super straightforward, and these guys are doing it in a massive scale. All right, 4 million people a month. And just from the AI citation, they have 28,000 from Gemini, 4.2 thousand from ChatGPT, they have 3,000 from Grok, 1.5 from Perplexity. So you can see that this is literally a money printing traffic machine. Okay, and I'm not promising you that with this workflow that I'm about to show you, you're gonna be able to make 300,000 a month or get 4 million visitors in a single month. But I can guarantee you that if you stay consistent and if you keep pushing content about all these celebrities, I'm talking about net worth, but it could be about other things like I've suggested, you are gonna compound a nice amount of traffic that you can monetize. And that's why we call it digital real estate. Okay, you own the website, you grow it consistently, and then you're gonna make the money in the most passive way. So here's how you can replicate this workflow using Claude. The first thing you need to do, you're gonna copy one of these articles, all right? You're gonna copy everything just so Claude can get an idea of how they structure it and how they build these articles, okay? And that's what I did here in my Claude page. Let me just jump to the beginning. And I have here one about Lewis Hamilton, a Formula One pilot. So I copied all of these and I told Claude to read this article, acknowledge with okay, and wait for my next instruction, okay? Then he read it and he's ready for my next instruction. Now, to fully automate this, we're not gonna be using Claude, okay? Claude will just give us a template, and that template will be inserted into Arvow, okay? So Arvow is an end-to-end SEO automation tool that allows you to create article templates. For those who are more savvy in SEO, they are just programmatic SEO templates. Okay, you set some variables and then it will fully generate the article following the same structure every single time. The only thing that changes is the variable. And then the other good part of Arvow is that it connects automatically to your website. Okay, it doesn't matter which CMS or website builder you're using, you can connect it to Arvow, like WordPress, Blogger, Lovable, Zapier, Webflow, doesn't matter. And then you can publish these articles automatically via the Autoblog feature. Okay, so they have an Autoblog feature where you pretty much can configure an automation that every single day will generate new articles and publish them directly to your website. But going back to Claude, what I asked him was to create me a custom template for Arvow with one variable, the celebrity name, and the title should always be celebrity name, net worth 2026. So Claude has this skill where I taught him how to create a custom template. And if you want to do the same thing, you're just going to come here to this page. I'm going to leave the link in the description. You copy the instructions on how to create this template. You give it to Claude and Claude will automatically know how to create this forever. So I just gave him this instruction. Please create me a custom template. He created right here. You can see that it has the generation prompt and it has the markdown outline. This is gonna be the consistent structure of our articles. And then we just come here to Arvow. We open our campaign, we create a custom article template, you give it a name, in this case celebrities net worth, and you just paste here the generation prompt and the markdown outline, okay? Then you can also add your sitemap, so these articles have internal links, which are great for SEO, and then you just need to click to save, and the template will automatically show up here. Now, once you have that, you just need to literally generate articles, okay? You click here on celebrities net worth and you start adding your celebrities, okay? You can put Lionel Messi, you can keep adding a lot of celebrities, so you have buffer for the following days with this automation, or you can literally just click here, import from file, and you get a CSV or an Excel sheet full of celebrities, so you don't even have to be adding this manually. And then you literally just click here, generate article, and your articles will show up here ready to be published straight to your website. Okay, I made an example here with Max Verstappen and Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, you can see that these articles are pretty much the same thing as the ones I showed you on the website. Okay, the images are AI generated, but they're very good. You can see here the Red Bull car. You can see Max Verstappen right here. It talks about his real estate and his assets, about personal life, okay? So it actually goes into the internet and gets real, updated, fresh content to generate these articles, okay? You can see that you have FAQs as well, a conclusion. So it's a very well-crafted article that is completely ready to rank. And if you just follow this workflow continuously, I'm not saying that you're gonna have 4 million visitors a month, because that's quite hard and it's a job of years, all right? These guys have been around for like at least 10 years they've been around, but you will be able to grow some traffic and start monetizing. And then the best part is that you can replicate the workflow and create multiple websites for different variables. Okay, you can have this for net worth, you can have one for weight, you can have another for nails, for the houses. So you can do this infinitely about any type of niche, because I'm telling you, people will always want to know what their favorite celebrities are doing. So this is the workflow, guys. I think it's pretty easy and pretty simple to replicate. You can start doing this today, all right? I'm going to leave a link in the description for Arvow in case you want to try it. I'm also going to leave a link for this doc so you know how to create these custom templates and you can feed it into Claude and turn it into a skill. And then it's just a matter of creating your custom template, adding your celebrities, and starting to publish this immediately. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. Don't forget to watch this next, and I see you on the next one.